Hey guys, Deathslander Magic here, and we've got some very late spoilers, but I figured, at this point, if I waited an extra couple hours, they'd all be in English, and you guys seem to appreciate that last time. So, first up, we've got a reprint in the rare slot, and this is roughly about a $5 card, at least right now. It's Splendid Reclamation. So that's always good to see. So it's just simply pay 4 with the green in there, sorcery speed, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So that's pretty nuts, but like how'd they get in your graveyard? You know, honestly, it's probably your opponent to put them there, so, show them what's up. So, I mean, not the absolute most playable thing in Standard, but if you pull it off, cool. But, of course, they put, Ren and 7 on there because, of course, they have to taunt you about the actual problematic card involving lands that should be banned. So, next up, we've got Winged Portent. You gotta 2-syllable it. You gotta do it. It's Innistrad. So, it's a double blue because, of course, blue instant. Technically blue-green instant because the cleave cost throws in a green and, it's green-blue plus 4, so 6 total. And draw a card for each creature with flying you control. We had a card almost identical to this not too long ago and people played that, so I'm sure, since this is an improved version of it, yeah, we're going to see this. I mean, I gotta say, in an all-flying deck when you're already running blue-white spirits, this is insane. Mostly because it doesn't say non-token. I'd almost be okay with it if it said non-token, but no, this goes way too far. And then, can you even imagine this in a Ren and 7 ramp deck with green-blue? I mean, at least it's not green-white, but it's not the hardest thing in the world to just generate one blue somewhere in there. So yeah, I hate this. Next up, Creepy Puppeteer. Because I needed another reason to hate the vampires, they're into puppets and puppet shows. So anyway, it's a 4-cost human rogue, 4/3, and it has haste, and whenever it attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, then you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn. I mean, it's kind of neat. It's haste, you can ambush him. It's 4 damage for 4, which, okay, but it's a little slow for red, but that's fine. Anything fast in red is just automatically cancers, so I'll take it. I will take literally anything else. Even dragons. I would rather verse dragons and have a chance to maybe wipe the board or, hit them with an expel or something than try to stop Goblin Rush. So next up we got Wolfkin Outcast. It's a 5/4 for 6, human werewolf, uncommon. The spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a wolf or werewolf, which of course you do, and daybound. And it's Wedding Crasher, yes! You guys ever heard of that famous video game, I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream, or whatever it is? Yeah, I see dead vampires and I must smile. Because the only good vampire is a dead vampire. Now I know Chandra gets to them, the humans get to them, the werewolves apparently get to them, and it looks like the ghost of Matilda, or whatever the hell her name is, brings the dawn somehow. I really should finish chapter 5 so I know what the hell is going on. Anyway, on this side, whenever Wedding Crasher or another wolf or werewolf you control dies, draw a card. Okay, I like the whole, a creature died, but let's see if I can rebuild, We need, 10 more effects like that because you only benefit from it when something bad happened. So you can't just take some amazing thing like, oh, look at this unbelievable level of card draw and go nuts with it when you're already winning. It's just a little backup insurance policy to give you a chance to maybe come back. And I mean, if that doesn't sound attractive to you as a Magic player, then you haven't been playing the game very long because we need 50 more effects that would be described that way in the game. At least 10 of which should be card draw, just saying. You know what I want to see? Whenever a creature you control dies, if it's not your turn, and you now control 0 creatures, draw 3 cards. And they could call it Board Wipe These Nuts. Anyway, next up we got Everbrook Caretaker. Thought we were out of mythics, but here we go, and there's a cute little doggo on it, so I like it. Human werewolf, girl, you gonna wreck that dress. It's a 6-cost double green because, of course, hexproof 4/4. Okay, I take it back, I hate it. Burn the werewolf, keep the doggo. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 1/1 counters on another target creature you control. Daybound. Nightbound, told you that dress was getting wrecked. 6/6 with hexproof. Hate it. Honestly, they just need to stop printing hexproof. And mill. And blue. Other permanents you can draw of hexproof because, of course, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 1/1 counters on each creature. Each creature you control, including itself. Holy shit. So they play this and just win. There is nothing you can do. Oh, kill the werewolves in combat? Good luck. Not with that effect. Board wipe? Yeah, that's about it. What a broken card. And oopsie doopsie, they forgot to make it legendary, which means that you have redundancy amongst itself. I hope that dog bites her in the face. So next up, we've got Jacob Hauken, Inspector. Let me just fast forward this investigation. It was probably the mutants, the vampires, the ghosts, the, let's see what else, the zombies, the necromancers, or the werewolves. You should kill them all. Case closed. Bring in the dancing lobsters. Anyway, there's a 2-cost blue 0/2 mythic. Hello. Legendary creature. Awesome, which means it probably doesn't have any kind of ability that should be prevented from being redundant. Because at Wizards, every day is opposite day. But he has tap, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand face down. You may look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may pay 6 total with double blue. If you do, transform Jacob Hawken Inspector. And then it becomes Legendary Enchantment Hawkins Insight. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library face down. You may look at it, or at that card for as long as it remains exiled. And then once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a spell, also known as playing a card, but okay, I guess I didn't feel like writing that, from among the cards exiled with this permanent without paying its mana cost. And obviously, when it flips over, it's considered the same permanent. Now, if you flicker it, it is not the same permanent. Keep that in mind. So, pay 6 once and free cast every single card you draw for the entire rest of the game. But then if this gets removed, you lose everything and effectively have no hand, kind of. If they think that's a trade-off, they're out of their damn minds, and I don't know if they notice this is a blue card, which means you can have all of your lands tapped and still play a counter spell. So this is cancer. At least it takes 6 to flip it. I mean, I'd almost say that like that stupid Rainbow Road bullshit, freaking Bifrost Bridge or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what it's actually called. The stupid flippy god that free casts everything, that Rainbow Bright. Yeah, that bitch. I'd say that is arguably a worse card. Mostly just because it's 5. I mean, yeah, it's 5 color, but it's 5. You know what I mean? Well, the worst thing is now we have 2 of them, so great. Next up, Cemetery Gatekeeper. Okay, what are there, 30 mythics in here? What the hell? So it's a 2-cost 2/1 vampire first strike, and when it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, Cemetery Gatekeeper deals 2 damage to that player. Okay, so it's a 2-pinger, but you gotta build it up, I guess. I mean, it's still gonna be annoying as shit. Whatever. It's a unique ability, and it's not completely out of control, and it takes just a little bit. Like, you give them a couple turns to maybe react to that, you know? Now, compare this to those stupid red giants from Kaldheim. If it's in your graveyard, take 2 damage. If it's in play, take 2 damage. If it's even in the fucking deck, take 2 damage. Fuck you. Whoever thought of, playtested, and approved that should be fired and possibly brought up on criminal charges. Something involving terrorism. I don't know. So anyway, next up we got Olivia's Attendants. Oh boy, it's a 6-cost, double red because this set. 6/6 with Menace, and whenever Olivia's Attendants deal damage, create that many blood tokens. Hello. Well, that'll step on the gas, but it's a 6-cost. Then if you pay 3, it deals 1 damage to any target. Okay, so then you get 1 blood and it's unavoidable. Okay, I mean, that's actually a pretty good card. It's tough, it's hard to remove, it's interesting, and it'll get you over time. That is how you design a good, slow, gradual game-winning card that's still fair. Somebody pulled their head out of their ass for a couple minutes to design some of the cards in the set. Not many of them, but some. Next up, Crawling Infestation. It's a 3-cost green enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 2 cards. May, by the way, which is nice. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere during your turn, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so they pumped the brakes on that. It's just a nice little thing that you throw out to get some chump blockers. I'm thinking that there's probably 1 or 2 better recurring token generators than this. I mean, for sure, the slime card, but that costs 5. That thing just clones itself every single upkeep or whatever the hell. But, you know, this is cheaper, and it's harder to remove, so, yeah, I like it. I don't like the fact that people are going to play it in an existing Innkeeper Moondancer deck, but, you know, what can you do? Ban Scoot Swarm and ban Innkeeper is what you can do. Next up, Catapult Fodder. Okay, there we go. Now it's an unset. It's a 3-cost 1/5 black zombie creature, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures that each have toughness greater than their power, transform Catapult Fodder. Oh, there's that pushing defensive crap again. At least it's a 1/5 for 3. But on the back, we've got Catapult Captain. Based on his general appearance, I would say he definitely got off Twitter for 5 minutes to go protest white people and cops. Because that's what f***ed his life up. Anyway, it's a 2/6, and if you pay 3, tap it, sacrifice another creature, target opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Well, if you built up a bunch of, for lack of a better term, walls, not literally, just figuratively, big-ass, defender creatures, don't you kind of need them? Like, this is the dumbest way to try to win with them. Next up, we got Cobbled Lancer. Chandra should go to all the Stitchers' houses and kill them, too. This is why. To quote Aqua Teen Hunger Force, as I commonly do, if I woke up in the morning and looked in the mirror and saw that, I would just run towards the nearest living thing and kill it. Anyway, it's a zombie horse 3/3 for 1, which, what? But as an additional cost to cast this spell, exile a creature card from your graveyard, so in other words, nothing. And then if you pay 4, exile Cobbled Lancer from your graveyard and draw a card. Well, I mean, you'd have trouble casting it on turn 1 or 2, that's for sure. But late in the game, like, why would you desperately need a 3/3 out that doesn't really do anything, and why would you only want to pay 1 for it other than, I guess, holding the mana for a counter spell? But I don't know, this is just kind of weird. Next up, Edgar, Charmed Groom. Okay, hold up. First of all, I thought he was dead. Secondly, probably so did the story. I don't know, they like woke him up or something. And third, wizards, this is kind of problematic. I'm not even kidding. Like, they're formerly employed pedophile that was in charge of all the stories for D&D requested that the Dragonlance people removed references to like love potions from their novel because, oh my god, toxic masculinity and, well, I can't say the word on YouTube, but they were just like, it's basically the same as roofing someone, which if you think about it, it kind of is, but still, SJWs. Like, I'm not going to agree with them on anything, just on principle. I don't even care if it's logical. Them. They're running society and they're going to get nothing from me. So I'm actually surprised that oversensitive waffles of the toast decided to put in, oh, they charmed him and now tricked him into like marrying someone. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet in these 8 spoiler videos, but I suspect that something disrupts the wedding. Call me crazy. So anyway, that's pretty messed up, but I suspect that the Hiran's blood, from Sigarda or one of her angels or whatever, we already know that's like part of the ceremony because that was leaked before this whole set even came out. Before spoilers even started, it was on the border of this invitation thing that they showed. But I bet when she gets set free, that drops the barrier. As soon as the barrier drops, they're like, let's go. Chandra's just kind of there. She's like waiting to attack or just seeing what's going on. Who knows why the hell she's there. And then when she sees the werewolves, the humans, and the literally everything else on the plane, jump through the windows and be like, haha, Wedding Crasher, bitch. I mean, I think one of the cards is literally called Wedding Crashers. She's like, well, time to toast some pale, tasty treats. And I don't mean marshmallows, I mean vampires. And by treat, I mean these vampires. So then I'm thinking, the weird charm spell that she cast on him wears off, and he's like, bitch, what? Chops her head off right before Chandra incinerates him. That would be the shit. So anyway, this is a 4-cost white-black, because duh, legendary creature vampire noble. 4/4, and other vampires you control get +1/+1. Well, at least it's a 4-cost double color Lord's card. You know how much I love those. Also, it's not red. And whenever Edgar Charmed Groom dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Oh, I didn't know he transforms. I guess I missed that on the card. So, Edgar Markov's coffin. Wait, does he go back to sleep? Hold the hell on, okay? We all know front to back is chronological. Every single card has been chronological, okay? I don't think she just woke him up and charmed him to be like, ooh, love me. I think they're doing some Weekend at Bernie's shit. I'm just saying, if the music at the wedding stops and he drops, Weekend at Bernie's 2 going on. I'm just saying. So he's just like, oh, the spell wore off. I'll go back to sleep. Bye, bitches. Screw you, Olivia. I'd say everything goes massively, massively tits up at this wedding, but I've probably personally been to worse weddings myself. Not all the members of all my family get along. So anyway, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink and put a bloodline counter on Edgar Markov's coffin. Then if there are 3 or more bloodline counters on it, remove these counters and transform it back into Edgar. Oh, so it's not music that brings him back to life, because they did the spell correctly, unlike Weekend of Bernie's 2. It's, whatever the hell a bloodline counter is supposed to be. Alright. So it takes 3 bloodline counters, but I gotta tell you, from experience, it would have only taken 1 Red Bull. I'm just throwing it out there. One time I had this like Starbucks Nitro Brew or some shit. That was some weapons grade shit. Damn, I think I turned into a vampire for a couple minutes there. So anyway, next up we've got Markov Waltzer. He probably dies too, so who cares? Fine, I'll read the card. It's a 1/3 and it's white, red, 4 cost. Okay. Flying haste, then at the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Well, I mean, flying haste, but this isn't great. I'd say it's like passable for draft or sealed, but a red-white vampire? Anyway, next up we got Griffwing Cavalry. Why isn't that Griff wearing a garlic necklace? we as players are allegedly planeswalkers, right? So I'm going to planeswalk over to Innistrad, and I'm just going to plant as much garlic just everywhere on the plane as I possibly can, because I'm under the impression, because I have never in the couple visits to Innistrad ever seen garlic in an image. Hold on, let me look one up. Hold on. Nope. Okay, the one I thought it might be on. Nope. So if I went there and just all of a sudden garlic started coming up everywhere, and people would be like, that's pretty tasty. And then they find out, oh, the vamps don't like this. We could use that. All right, hold on. Let me planeswalk there real quick. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did it. The vamps are screwed. I also brought a little glass jar full of various species of fleas for the werewolves. Anyway, Griffwing Cavalry is a 4-cost 2/2 flying creature with training, and whenever Griffwing Cavalry attacks, you may pay 2, even though you already overpaid for the stupid creature, and if you do, target attacking creature without flying gains flying. So it's kind of like a Pegasus, except complete shit, underpowered, and you have to pay for the ability. But, I mean, okay, training in the air, I get it. You actually do have to underpower that or it might get out of control. Next up, we got Panicked Bystander. This is interesting. First of all, where did you get that perm? And secondly, it's a 2-cost white 2/2 human peasant. And whenever a Panicked Bystander or another creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. Because we needed more of that in the game, thanks. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 more life this turn, transform it. And then he turns into Cackling Culprit because he was the one all along. And his beard changed color for some reason. Yeah, somebody with that kind of hair has a 100% chance of being a serial killer, I'm just saying. So now he's a human rogue, black aligned creature, which is weird. And 3/5, and whenever a Cackling Culprit or another creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. And then if you pay 2, Cackling Culprit gains Death Touch until end of turn. So, certainly interesting. I don't think that his ability offsets the fact that the almost identical 1-drop for white that you can bring back from the graveyard for 2, and the first one's enter, and then the flip side is leave. I think that's just a better card, and there's not much room in that deck. But still, a 3/5 Death Toucher, I mean, come on. I don't know, maybe a 1 or 2 include. Some people might do it. But next up, we got Blood Tithe Harvester. So it's a 2-cost black-red 3/2 vampire, and when Blood Tithe Harvester enters the battlefield, create a blood token, and then if you tap it, sack the card itself. I thought I was going to say blood. Target creature with gets -X until end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate only as a sorcery. So basically, a self-destructing vampire. That's annoying. The problem is the whole time you're getting hit for 3 when it only costs 2 mana. I mean, they should have made this like a 0/4 or something. You can't have it be like a countdown threat like Ratchet Bomb or whatever, and then also be hitting you for 3 for 2 mana. Like, that's too many things. You gotta pick one. So, next up we got a red artifact. I do like the colored artifacts. I think that's kind of a thing, but the auto-equip was such bullshit. I'm glad they got rid of that. So, this is the first set where they really did equipment right, it looks like so far. Or at least artifacts. This isn't actually equipment. But it's Sanguine Statuette. It's 2-cost red artifact. I think I said that. And when Sanguine Statuette enters the battlefield, create a blood token. That would be the Sanguine part. And then whenever you sacrifice a blood token, you may have Sanguine Statuette become a 3/3 vampire artifact creature with haste until end of turn. Yeah, if you're sacking it for, like, its natural ability, I mean, there are other things that sack it, but if you're just like, no, I'm going to sack the blood thing because my hand sucks, alright, might as well get a benefit out of it, you know, so this is pretty good. Next up, we got Hullbreaker Horror. It's a 7-cost blue Kraken Horror. Oh, historically, so far, these have been questionable, but let's see. 7/8 with Flash, that's fun. And this spell can't be countered. I mean, for that cost, it probably shouldn't be. And whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1. Remember, basically everything that isn't a land is a spell. So, choice number 1, return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. So, basically everything becomes a counter spell, except it puts the spell off the stack and back into their hand. Of course, it would have to be at instant speed anyway. Or, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That's annoying. Remember, when it says whenever you cast a spell, it means attempt to cast. You don't have to succeed. And this trigger goes off before the spell even attempts to start resolving. If they counter the spell on the stack, this trigger still goes off. So there is absolutely no stopping this, which makes this card almost impossible to get rid of, unless you run out of instant speed spells of any kind, I guess, which, I don't know, that kind of does sound reasonable, actually. But the non-stop yo-yoing, I mean, if they're going to try and beat you with creatures or block this thing or put a Death Toucher in sway, no, you're losing everything. While this is in play, you basically can't stick anything and keep it there. Although it is 1 card versus 1 card, and it takes their entire spell to bounce it back to hand. So now they're down a card because they already played it, whereas yours is now a card in your hand. So you could just flood them, but I mean, if it's, if it's got counters, if it's got some build-up thing, some countdown thing, yeah, it wouldn't matter if you put it back into play. So, I mean, almost an interesting card, but just terribly, terribly annoying. And I don't see a need to print this, which is why I think that, honestly, they put it at 7 cost that nobody plays it in Standard. And hopefully that's what they don't do. Next up, Bride's Gown, the card that goes with the groom's whatever. I don't think it's tuxedo, whatever. So, it's probably going to say it, isn't it? Oh, groom's finery. Yep, just read the card. So it's a white equipment, 2 cost. And equipped creature gets +2/+0. It gets an additional +0/+2 and has first strike as long as an equipment named Groom's Finery is attached to a creature you control and then equipped to. So completely and utterly beyond worth doing. I don't get it. I don't know what this is for. This is garbage and unreliable and impossible to pull in a sealed pool or a draft because of the rarity. The bonus is garbage. You'd never get these into play together in a 4 and 4 out of 60 or in a 1 of 1 of or better out of 40. I don't know why these are in the set. This is just useless trash. Next up, Ill-Tempered Loner, aka Yu-Gi-Oh players. It's a double red because, of course, 4 cost 3/3 human werewolf. Whenever Ill-Tempered Loner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. Oh, I lied. He's Wobbuffet. Great. So if you pay 2, Wobbuffet gets +2/+0 until end of turn, day bound. It's like this whole set is a parade of the most obnoxious things to try to play around. So on the back, Hollow Pack Avenger. Oh boy, whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. Obviously, if you pay 2, it gets +2/+0. Why did I even just read all that? It's the same damn card, but it's a 4/4. Great. So they made it flip because they felt like they needed to make it flip. It gains nothing, it changes nothing, and it's just 1 bigger. Wow. Anyway, this card is just painfully annoying. So the last one I'm going to do for this video, because I'll just split it off into the next one, which will hopefully be the last one, hopefully uploading tomorrow. We've got Odric Blood Curse. That's right, Odric gets turned into a vampire. If I knew a damn thing about him from any of the storylines, I'd tell you if that's a shame or not. Wait, isn't he the asshole who clones like everything about everything? Yeah, I just read the card. Yeah. Okay, well, f him. I hope he dies. So he's a 3/3 for 3 in white red because I guess red is blood instead of fire in the set. Why not? Why it wouldn't be black? I don't know. My guess is because they named the set Crimson and they're like, oh, well, there's your link. Because that makes sense. Anyway, when Oddie Boy here enters the battlefield, create X blood tokens where X is the number of abilities. Oh, that's hilarious. From among flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance found among creatures you control. Count each one only once. Wow, what a powerful one and done, and then you get a 3/3 on tribal vampire. Just kidding, they're gonna teleportation circle, flicker this guy, and have 100 blood tokens. Now, I know I figured that out in 6 seconds. Wizards hasn't figured it out yet. It's probably gonna win 3 tournaments until it even gets on the radar, and then 9 months later they'll be like, should we do something about that? And they'll be like, no, we're really close to the next rotation, we'll just wait. I'm sure the next rotation will fix everything, and then they'll say, hey, wait, does anybody else have deja vu? And then they'll all laugh about it and go get a soy latte. I hate these people with every fiber of my being. Oh, one more thing, so that you guys can climb down out of my ass about it. Okay, we've got an English translated version of Heroes Downfall, which was in, I don't know, Korean or some shit last time. So the flavor text, which is apparently extremely important despite not being marked as a story card or whatever, story spotlight or whatever, says, Odric resisted the vampire's curse with all his strength, but should have had garlic. But after a lifetime of fighting monsters, he was doomed to become one himself. And then on the card, it's like, well, guess he didn't take the heroic way out. I guess he likes becoming a vampire and killing people. But then again, like, what about becoming a vampire completely changes your personality? Like, werewolf, I get it. It's hard to control, but then you kind of deal with it. Was it just like in Halo when you're 12 years old and you're like, well, everybody's an asshole. I guess I'll just switch teams. Ooh, I'm orange now. My teammates have to die. Yeah, I was that asshole, and if any of my chat logs from my friend's Xbox ever got leaked, I'd have to move to a different planet. Welcome to being 12. I'm well adjusted by comparison now, if you could imagine. Anyway, you guys made it sound like on Hero's Downfall it was like, oh, Audric was a vampire, but then he died. No, it's pretty much just the first 3 words there. 4 words, but who cares? It's late at night and I want to edit this shit. So thanks for watching. Watch for hopefully the last spoiler video soon. I'll see you guys next video.